Hey guys, Nick here, and this is your next Nick Collectibles. I told you guys I was going to try to come in with a few more of these Street Fighter figures because I decided I like the line and I want to go and pick a few more of them up. Well, here's the next one in no particular order. It's going to be Vega. This is number 10 in the line of Street Fighter figures by Figuarts. It's part of their Fighting Body series. So you can see if you look at it, and it looks like he's got his mask on here, and he's got some good tattooing here. He has his face right here. That's his unmasked face, because sometimes he gets knocked off in the middle of the fight. He has a gloved hand. It looks like a couple of hands here that look like they're good for grabbing onto a fence or something in that nature. He's got a few hands here that look like they're good for like actually holding and gripping his claw. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and turn him around real quick. And you guys can see on the back, he's kind of got his more matador stance right here. He's got his claw in his hand here and in there. He's gripping a fence right here, which I hope they include in the packaging. He's got himself lunging here, and then the more annoying one, which is him jumping off the fence to do his normal attack that he had in the movie, where he would jump off of the fence and then slash outward and hit people, which he did in both the game, and I don't know if he did it in the movie or not. But anyway, that particular pose kind of annoys me because I do not think they included a stand, and you guys know how I am with stands. If you're going to put poses like that there, then include a stand. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go and unbox him, take a look at him, see if he's any good or not, and hopefully have a bit of fun. So hang tight. Okay guys, we went ahead and pulled the initial figure just out of the box just to kind of get a look at him. And I gotta say, this line is really strange because he has completely different articulation than Bison, and I think even Cammy does. You can kind of see here, he looks like he's got articulation here at the thigh, and then he has his normal knee, and his foot will move up and down. His elbows have been like normal. His arm will do a 360. He's got his normal ab crunch, which we'll go ahead and kind of take a look at here. If I can go ahead and get him here. Like you can see here, this twists for some reason, which is kind of odd. That moves up and down like that. See, that moves up and down like that, which is pretty normal. He's got pretty good range of motion there. He has the normal toe motion and foot motion that you would expect. It's not amazing, but it's there as far as the toe. It's enough to get him to hold. His legs will come way out here like this, so I mean that part's good. So he can kind of kick really high like that. But then his calf will move in and out a little bit, which is kind of really strange. He does have an ab crunch right here, and he has okay waist articulation, but it's not great, right? His elbow will move up like that. So he's got good mobility there. So I went ahead and moved him up a little bit so I can show you his arm articulation and hopefully not get my arm in the way while we're doing it. But you can see if you go ahead and grab him, it's kind of hard to do. You can grab him and you can kind of rotate this all the way around. There's a little bit of doing, but it goes all the way around. His head has pretty good mobility. Up and down, left and right. Doesn't have a whole lot in the neck, which is fine. He's going to be a smidge limited because you can kind of see right here where the detailing is with that his hair, which is actually on its own weird pivot, which is kind of bizarre, can kind of move a little bit too. And then this piece actually came separate. That just kind of moves around as well. So you can move that in a couple of different ways just to get it in the pose that you want so that it kind of, you know, has that sort of wavy look that you would expect out of the figure. Overall, I would have to say his articulation is pretty good. I'm actually much happier with it than I am with Bison. I think he's a much better detailed figure than Bison just because of the tattooing here and then on the arm, which I'll turn around so you can kind of see it again right there. And then just the coloration on his hair even. Like if you pick him up and you kind of look at the top, you can see they've done a really good job of shadowing there. And then if you turn him around on the back, they've done good shadowing there. And then you can see more of the tattoo. So overall, just an initial impression is that the figure's really well done. I don't like how when you're moving the arms, that sometimes you'll see the shoulder joint go down a little bit to where it looks sunken down and separate from where it should be right next to his trap. But it's a minor nitpick. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of take a look at some of his accessories and try some of those on and see how he looks with those next. So guys, I went ahead and got him out with a few of his accessories. As you can see, he comes with a different head that does not have the face mask on it. If you go ahead and hold up that head itself, you can see it doesn't actually have any facial features, which is why you wouldn't want to display without the mask, and it just pops on the top, just like that. Now the face mask comes off, so you can pretty much just display it in his hand like that. Now you can see here, they actually did include the fence with it. This will attach horizontally or vertically. I wanted to go vertically because I thought it looked better with the shot, but you can absolutely make it just a longer fence. Say if you just want to do a ground scene and you don't want him climbing on it or anything like that. Now, one of the other neat things is, if you go ahead and take a look here at the claw hand, this part will actually come off like that. And that works with any of these gloved hands. So you can actually take that claw portion and put it on any of the gloved hands that comes with him entirely. And as you can see in the back, behind the fencing, he actually comes with his backdrop for his actual stage, which I think is actually particularly really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get him in a few more shots that'll probably just be stills that I show you guys, just giving you an idea of him climbing the fence and maybe with one or two other of the hands and things like that. But overall, I would have to say, for my money, this guy's a definite buy. He is a total win out of the Street Fighter V category for these. I think he's solid. He's got good accessories. He's got way better accessories than any of the others I've seen. Again, with maybe the exception of Cammy. Regardless, this is a very good figure. It's well articulated. It's very posable. It's got a lot of nice accessories that fit with the character. And even if you take a look at the hand, if I can turn him a little bit where you can see it, you can almost see his nails that they've taken the time to deal with. Let me try to get his hand up a little bit to where you can look at it. You can see how sharp his nails are. That pretty much just belies the kind of like beauty and feral predatoriness of this character. He's kind of a very twisted, kind of psychotic character in the game. He is very, very vain, which is why he has the mask in the first place. And the nails sharpened to a point are almost so he can kind of either scratch or slash, almost like an animalistic nature to him, his foes. Which is again why he carries the claws in the first place. He's got this weird mix of beauty and animalistic nature about him, and seems to take a sort of twisted pleasure in torturing and punishing victims. Again, the reason for the nails and the claws. So I think they did a very good job of capturing that essence in this particular figure overall. So from that standpoint, I think artistically, mechanically, accessory wise, he just works. And then if you have room in your collection, you may want to go ahead and pick him up if you're a Street Fighter fan, because I think he's probably one of the better ones that's out there.